Hey guys! Welcome to another video of Veldora-kun. In this video, we'll talk about the Demon Lords generation and the new title of the Demon Lords during the Walpurgis event, but before we will continue, this video contains spoilers. And please don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell for more videos. The first generation's Demon Lords are the oldest Demon Lords in world history. Historically, they have had a close connection to the creator and have played major roles in shaping the current world. In order, they were Guy Crimson, Milim Nava and then Ramrus. They were the only Demon Lords who were able to maintain their positions at the top even after all the wars had taken place. Let's start with Guy Crimson, also known as Rogue, is known as the oldest of the Primordial and the first Demon Lord. As the oldest demon, he was called and used countless times and fought against countless enemies until he reached the stage of an archdemon, the top of the natural evolution chain of the demon race. As a demon, he seeks for more power and more freedom to rule however he wants. So, after summoning him again, he decided it was his last. He accepted his summoner's desire to annihilate an enemy nation, but he took the life of his own country in return as compensation. After being named, he realizes that he has awakened as a true demon lord. Following after, he summoned two archdemons. They were given physical bodies as well as an evolution to the demon peer. Guy gave them the names Misery and Rain, reflecting the suffering of mankind and the rain of blood that fell wherever Guy followed, and sent them to fulfill the contract of eradicating the enemy nation. Soon after Guy woke up as a demon lord, another did the same. It was Milim Nava. She is one of the strongest and oldest of all the other demon lords, known as Destroyer, a demon lord with the threat level of disaster. Milim is an indifferent individual who just wants to do something to avoid her boredom. She is the daughter of the true dragon Veldora-sama and Lucia. Milim grew up never seeing the faces of her parents, with her pet dragon as her only friend, created by Veldora-sama with the intention of becoming a potential vessel for her reincarnation, which never became true because the pet dragon was killed by a country that targeted Milim. In her anger, Milim destroyed the country and awoke as the second true demon lord. Moreover, her rage caused him to lose all reasoning and consciousness, prompting Guy Crimson to quarrel with her in an attempt to stop her rage. That battle continued for 7 days and 7 nights, transforming the fertile lands of the West into a barren desert. Ramrus, the Queen of Spirits, later intervenes in the fight to help calm Milim down. The three eventually became good friends and met and talked regularly. Did you know, Milim had no one she considered as true friend before she met Rimuru? She was just looking for anything that could stimulate her and alleviate his boredom, treating most of the weaker than her as mere toys. However, after she met Rimuru, she was shown the many faces of entertainment offered by Tempest City, and her violent temper mellowed as a result. She considers Rimuru as her only true friend and her bestie. The last one is Ramrus. She is the only one of the first generation's demon lords who was not a true demon lord, meaning she was self-proclaimed. She is also the saint's guide, giving divine protection to heroes. She keeps the balance of the whole world. But during the battle between Guy and Milim, the one who regained Milim's sanity was Ramrus. In the process, the leader of the spirits, Ramrus, pulled out the evil magic of the demons and the powerful aura of the dragons and began to change, becoming a demon lord, and she was able to suppress Milim's fury and regained her consciousness, and the battle ended. Ramrus inherited herself from previous generations. She previously ruled as Queen of the Fairies, but after reaching the pinnacle of power beyond which she could not thrive, she decided to separate herself. And in each of these child clones, she gave a sense of self. So, when they grow up, they will probably surpass the original. The flaw is their weakness during childhood. A race that constantly strives to grow in weakness. Among all demon lords, she alone possesses such hereditary abilities. Most people don't recognize her as a demon lord due to her appearance until they realize she is the reincarnated Queen of the Fairies. The next is the second generation of demon lords, are the demon lords who came after the first, during the many wars fought in ancient times for supremacy. They are inferior to the first generation, but still considered incredibly powerful and far superior to the third generation demon lords. Let's start with Daggerel. He was the first of the second generation of demon lords to appear. Initially, Dagrul was a wholly attributed associated with the giants who were given the duty to guard the gateway to Veldonava's heaven. Yet with the death of his master, and the rapid development of the human race, and the rapid persecution they bear as giants, fairies, and spirits and their actions persecute and hunt giants and kill theirs. Because of this development, Dagrul was forced to kill many people to defend his subjects and continue his duty to guard the gateway. It later caused him to inadvertently feed his demon lord seed and accelerated his transformation and awakening as one despite his own divine powers resisting change. However, humanity continues to attack and hunt down the giants and thus force Dagrul to kill scores and many of them in their defense until eventually he becomes a full-fledged demon lord. Next is Rumina's Valentine. She is the ruler of all the vampires and possibly the second true demon lord of the second generation to appear. Although the exact circumstances of how she became one are unknown, Rumina's, who managed to evolve into one, proceeded to find his own country being filled by her fellow vampire called Night Rose. However, due to the frequent destructive rampage of storm dragon Veldora, the first country of the Ruminas faced complete and utter destruction and forced her to escape from its destruction and start again from scratch to create another domain for herself by waiting for the appropriate opportunity. Eventually, the time came in Angel's frequent fury every few centuries to stop and limit human progress, where Ruminas took advantage of the chaos to create her own religion that recognized her as a goddess and her excesses. That power to support, she claimed, her newfound faith immediately captured the attention and devotion of many human survivors. It caused her to successfully lay the foundations for the rise of the Holy Empire Ruberios, to be filled with people who would then lay the foundations for her hidden vampire empire, which would sustain her human empire. The last one is Dino, also known the title of Sleeping Ruler. Dino is a lazy individual who likes to waste time sleeping. Despite this, he still cares about his image and doesn't want to stand alone anymore. Did you know he was formerly an angel who was not only the strongest of him, but also became the leader of the original 13 seraphim, the most powerful angels of heaven, who served directly under the creator of the world, Star King Veldonava. Yet with the death of his master and Lucia, Dino subsequently gaining an ego due to the anger, resentment, and despair he felt on Earth for killing his master. Dino destroyed the whole country that brought this about and thought of destroying the entirety of the world, but changed his decision after noticing an orphaned Milim. His entire reason for living was to protect her. Dino became a fallen angel and then has evolved to become a true demon lord. Third-generation demon lords were the demon lords who caused most of the chaos during the first arcs of the story. At the time of the introduction to all the demon lords, Kazarium was not mentioned to be part of the 10 great demon lords. However, considering that Leon Cromwell killed him and taken his seat amongst of the group about 300 years ago, it can be assumed that he was probably also part of the third generation. Let's start with Kazarium with his new identity as Kigali. He was the first known demon lord of the third generation, and in his time as one of the 10 great demon lords, he became known as a well-known scheme that constantly tried to increase his power within the faction by finding and recruiting potentially powerful allies under him. As can be seen where he helped Clayman to become a demon lord, Carrion established his position among the 10 and attempted to take Leon as a subordinate and offered to be made demon lord. Kazarium later lost both his position and seat in the middle of the Council of Demon Lords after he was defeated and killed by Leon Cromwell, who then took his position and territories as his. But Kazarium was able to survive by escaping with his astral body and now occupies a homunculus body in the shape of a female elf. Taking on Kigali's new identity, he began serving under Yuki Kagurazaka as a secretary while still influencing the world with the help of his constituents from the moderate Harlequin Alliance. Next is Leon Cromwell is the second youngest in the third generation of demon lords to gain his position by fighting and killing Kazarium and taking his territory and spot among the demon lords after the latter attempted to make him his subordinate. He is an otherworlder who became a hero who used to be known as the Platinum Saber, unique from other demon lords. Leon is in fact not a demon lord or any kind, but rather a personality on a similar level to a true demon lord, a true hero recognized by the voice of the world, and was simply recognized and given the title Demon Lord for his defeat of Kazarium. He is made both a revealed self-proclaimed demon lord and a true demon lord because of the same level of existence and power that his true hero title possesses. The next three demon lord are Carrion, Free, and Claim, and all are part of the next generation of the third. The three became demon lords at about the same time, and as such have known each other for the longest time, and have been shown to work together in pursuing their goals together. Due to the three being a younger generation of demon lords and consequently having a lesser advantage in terms of personal power, strength, and military resources over the first and second generations of demon lords, is known to continue trying to become stronger by improving or enhancing their own abilities and recruiting powerful individuals in their respective groups' countries to combine enough power to overthrow, one day, the first and second generations of demon lords. As seen in their plot, to create a puppet demon lord under their control to further give them an edge in the 10 Great Demon Lord Council. This is due to their three being self-proclaimed demon lords rather than the truly recognized voice of the world, and thus have been weaker than the two generations carrying a wide margin. Last but not the least, Rimuru Tempest is the youngest who becomes successfully evolved into a true demon lord after defeating the Falmouth Kingdom by sacrificing 10,000 souls to gain that power and ascend the title of a true demon lord. After that, he resurrects Xian and the other fallen Tempest citizens. He is the first person in the last few thousand years to successfully becoming a true demon lord instead of a self-proclaimed one like a majority of the third generations. Claimant believed that Rimuru is actually weak and only used Veldora's resurrection to proclaim himself a demon lord. Consequently, Claimant called for a Walpurgis banquet in order to put Rimuru down. However, to his surprise, Demon Lord Ramras asked for Rimuru to be able to attend the banquet himself, and other demon lords agreed to this decision. Claimant sent his army along with Milim's followers, the dragon worshippers, to attack the Jura Tempest Federation while he went to the Walpurgis banquet. However, his plan was revealed and he was betrayed by Milim and Prey, who explained that his orb of domination had failed to work on Milim. After that, Rimuru defeat and kill Claimant, and Rimuru is officially recognized by the other demon lords. Later, after seeing the overwhelming power of Rimuru Tempest and seeing the power of a true demon lord, Prey decided to step down from the council, and also Carrion, since he lost to Milim, and they decided to work under Milim Nava and gained their territories, thus resulting in them being reduced to 8 demon lords. And now they need a new name, since the previous 10 great demon lords took about 3 months to decide, but they still decided to go along with that name, since they can't decide for another name. Where Veldora butt in and said Rimuru is good at naming things, and the rest of the demon lords are looking at Rimuru with expectation. And Rimuru decided to name it 8-star demon lords, and it only took 3 minutes for him to decide the name for the current demon lords. And this are the new 8-star demon lords. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy the video.